teams looking to take the field here. Clay County, dressed out in all black uniforms, black helmets with gold Tiger mantra on the sides. Gold numbers trimmed in black as they are set to kick off. Corbin set to receive, dressed in red pants, new gray uniforms, white numbers trimmed in red, and the traditional silver helmet with the red Corbin C on the side. Pretty good look, Alan. I kind of like the gray's growing on me.
It's a great look, and one of the things that I like about it from up here in the booth is it's a little easier to see the numbers. Clay County won the toss and deferred. Corbin's going to receive, and they've lined up, and we're all that's left to do, Ronnie, is to line up and kick it off.
Time for us to get out of the way and for them to pop the pads.
Let them do it.
Redhound's going to continue traditional returners. Kick returners number 1, Jonah French, and number 81, Ethan Sims, back deep to receive, number 32. This is quiet. Raleigh Smith set teed up to kick the football away. Smith approaches, puts the toe to it, high, end-over-end kick, fielded by Sims around the 10. He juts up to the middle of the field and hits the middle of the wedge. Bounces out, drags a couple defenders across the 20, down to about the 21-yard line. He had a little bit of wiggle room there, Alan, but Clay County kind of all over that return, just up around average field position.
Yeah, it was good coverage that time by the special teams unit of Clay County. We're going to take the ball on about the 32-yard line, and our offense will go to work there.
Sizemore and company take the field. Will operate out of the shotgun. Trips formation to his right, lone receiver to his left. Joel joins him in the backfield. Man in motion. Sets the throw. Screen to the right side. Brought in by Guzlin. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. Will not gain a yard. 2nd and 10. Wow, Alan, they had that one smelled out.
Yeah, I don't think that fooled anyone. And we were a little slow with the fake handoff coming across to the running back. We were a little slow getting the ball out there, too. So he did not have much opportunity to wiggle around.
2nd and 10, Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, handoff, left to left side. Breaks a tackle, spins off another, will crawl forward, gain of about 2. And Jewel, he's hitting the backfield there. Those are not quite the same holes he enjoyed 2 weeks ago previously.
Well, I think it'll take us a little while to settle down here. We're on the road, like you said, and we're away from the confines of Campbell Field. So I think that we'll settle down, and our offensive line will start moving some people out of there.
Sizemore in the shotgun, wide Florida formation, linemen all across the hashes and multiple receivers. He takes the shotgun, takes the snap, takes the pitch. It's going to be a reverse. He fakes the reverse and throws it downfield to Mitchell. He's got a man wide open around the 30, dragged down to the 20-yard line. A little trickeration from the Redhounds, and that one was hard to follow.
What a beautiful play. He had receivers and backs scattered everywhere that time. And it looked like there was going to be a reverse involved in it, and it let the receiver just get in behind the safety, and it was a beautifully thrown ball. Again, I credit to Sizemore.
Well set up. Very bizarre formation, but again, back to a traditional one now. Sizemore in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap and sets the throw. Screen pass over the middle. He's got Mitchell again, who's got the first down. Shoots to the left sideline. He's running along the side, tackled around the 5. Drug down, rolls forward inside about the 2-yard line. Good for another Redhound first down, 1st and goal, and that was a nice run by Caleb Mitchell.
It was, and you could see that screen develop that time. Sizemore very, very patient. He let the defensive front come into him, and then he got the ball off, and that just shows his maturity. And, the fact that he's so much better than he was last year. Beautiful play.
Sizemore in the eye. Handoff to Tucker Jewell. Takes a couple stutter steps and walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Corbin. Wow. Kind of a falter on the first 2 plays, but they kind of ran through this defense like a hot knife through butter, Alan.
It didn't take long at all. And, of course, Tucker Jewell's the kind of kid, he's hard-nosed, and when you need a couple of yards, that's who's going to get the football out of the backfield, and he got right in there without any problem.
Number 99, John Lowe, on to tack on the extra point. Snaps to Sizemore. He's got it down. Kick is up, off the left upright. No good. Looks like he didn't have a good hold out of that kick, and it kind of knuckled into the left sideline. So no good on that, but still, nonetheless, with 10:17 left in the first quarter. Corbin finds pay dirt early, and they lead 6-0. We'll be back here, and real briefly, you're listening to Redhound football here on P107. .17 left here in the first quarter of the Appalachian Bowl. Corbin Redhounds on top of the Clay County Tigers 6-0 after a 2-yard touchdown run from Tucker Jewell. John Lowe out to kick the ball away to the Clay County Tigers. No good on the extra point attempt. Kind of got a little knuckle there and didn't get a good release underneath it. Otherwise been good on the year. Lowe approaches to put the toe to it. High kick, not giving much distance. It hits the ground. It's fielded by an up back. It's still fumbling. Ball on the ground. Redhounds converge on him and drop him about the 27-yard line. Wow, that ball just kind of confused the up back. He never had a handle on it.
He did. If he had caught that in the air, they would have had really good field position working off the short field. But he fumbled it around, and he lost about a yard before he actually got a handle on it. By that time, the Corbin defense moved in there on him.
Dylan Brock and company take the field for the Redhounds defensively. Same starters as the previous 2 weeks. Again, Sevier, Logan, Evans, and Davis on the defensive front. Tigers break the huddle. Sexton will operate out of the shotgun. 5 wide receivers for the Tigers. Sexton takes the snap, quick throw over to the right, got a man on the bubble screen, runs off the sideline, chopped down by a host of Redhounds. Good pursuit there. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 at their own 28.
That was a beautiful pursuit that time by the end folks over on the far side of the field. They just were not fooled about it at all. They just stayed with their man, good catch, but it was also a good tackle and a gain of about a half yard, maybe a yard at the most.
Appeared to be Aaron Money, Cameron McWett there on the initial stop for the Hounds, but a host did in fact join him to help him bring him down. Sexton will remain in the shotgun. 2nd and 9, he'll also have, again, 5 wide receivers, big, wide open formation for the Tigers. Sexton takes the snap at the quarterback draw. He's got lots of running room. Ooh, converts quickly. Wow. That was a wide open hole, and it went nowhere, folks. Number 181, Ethan Sims, comes with a great open field tackle.
That was a beautiful tackle. He just saw the ball carrier and came up on him, and just, I mean, he just took his feet out from under him, really is what he did.
Ethan Sims is kind of a gifted athlete. You don't see a lot of guys that return kicks that play linebacker, but he's kind of the modern linebacker of football. He can run, he can defend the pass, he can do a lot of things.
Very athletic.
Sexton, 3rd and 7, operates out of the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, sets the throw. He's got bearing down on him on pressure. He's got Davis. Sack. Hunter Logan finishes him off. The Redhound defensive line continuing its pressuring ways. Big loss for the Tigers. That'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the punt team.
Good penetration that time by the Corbin defensive line, and they had him pretty much on the run right as soon as he had the ball, and a considerable loss for Clay County, about 6 yards. And so we've got 4th and long, and we should get the ball back if we handle it properly on the short field.
4th and a mile. Clay County on to punt. A.J. Moore back to receive. Pressure from Dylan Brock. May have gotten a fingertip on it as that ball spirals over to the end zone. It barely clears the yard to make for the 1st down. Referees appear to give him quite a generous spot.
Looks like they're going to give him to about the 45-yard line.
Redhounds certainly take it nonetheless, taking the ball inside Tiger territory. That's the 3rd straight week we've seen the Redhounds really enjoy operating on the short field. It's kind of been a point of emphasis for Coach Haddock that's been paying off big dividends.
He sure has. Officials converging there and talking about something, perhaps maybe the spot. I'm really not sure, but we're talking about something. Oh, we have a sideline warning against Clay County. So it is a warning the first time, and it will be a penalty the second time.
7:59 remaining here in the first quarter. Corbin on top 6-0, taking over inside Clay County territory. Sizemore operating out of the shotgun. 1st and 10, 4 wide receivers. E-step in motion. Little speed option. He's drugged down, drags a couple guys with him. Gain of nothing on the play. Allen, Sizemore's a guy, he's not a big option. He's a good runner, but he's not an option quarterback. And there's quite a bit of difference between a guy that is athletic and a guy that runs the option offense.
Yeah, and really that time he probably should have pitched the ball. He held on to it and probably should have let it loose, but nonetheless, we're at 2nd and 10.
Sizemore in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Brings Guzlin in motion and sends him back. Throws the bubble screen out to E-step on the right side. Receives an excellent block from Jewell. Spins back. Makes another man miss around the 40. Still dragging guys with him up past the first down. Gain of about 13, but there's laundry on the field. Flag, and I think Tucker Jewell may have laid a block in the back.
That was an iffy call, if that's what they call.
Certainly you don't see that play out on the point of contact too often. They tend to give the blocker the benefit of the doubt.
Is that what they call, or they call a hold? Officials doing a lot of talking.
No preliminary indication for listeners at home. Definitely walking backward. I can't help but think that would be anything. Yeah, block in the back. They flag Tucker Jewell, and I don't necessarily agree with that call, Alan. That was the point of contact. That's designed for the open field.
His head was in front, and that's
sure.
Really the point of emphasis is for the head not to be in the back. And I'm a little bit believed maybe that could have gone either way, and of course it did not go our way. So we'll line it up, and it'll be for 2nd down and about 15 yards for us, Ron.
2nd and 15, pushback Redhounds into their own territory. Sizemore in the shotgun, trips formation to the left side, Moore to the right side. Sizemore takes the snap, sets the throw, looking at Moore, flushed up into the pocket, got some time, will tuck and run with it, makes a couple guys miss, drags a couple Tigers ahead, gain of about 4 on the play. So Sizemore showing off his athleticism, making a busted play into a positive gain.
And Clay County's doing a really good job of covering our receivers tonight, and it is giving Cameron a lot of opportunity to throw the ball without really looking at the whole field.
Valid point. Kudos to him for not forcing the pass. Sizemore, 3rd and long, in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Hard count. Tigers break the plane, no call.
How can that not be an offside?
Sizemore rolls to the left, fires to the left to Guzlin on the sideline, who's got the first down, pushed out with room to gain up around the 30-yard line, gain of about 15, and wow, that was a rope.
That was a beautifully designed play, just a little roll out there, and he hit him out there in the flat, and a nice pick up there.
I'm with you. I don't understand how that's not offsides in Kentucky high school football. Once you break the plane, it's a dead play. I noticed that was a call that wasn't very emphasized in the earlier game, the Knox Central Pulaski Southwest game. Sizemore in the shotgun, 1st and 10 on the Tiger 31. 4 wide receivers. Sizemore takes the snap. He sets the throw. Launches a deep ball to Moore in single coverage. Got a man broken up. Wow.
That was a beautifully thrown ball, and the defense that time played that extremely well. And right at the very end, right before the ball got to the receiver, the defensive player had his hand up in the air and knocked it away. So he possibly could have been thrown just a little bit further, Ron. He had to slow up just a little bit, but nonetheless, I like the play call.
The play call was good. Number 81, Robert Stivers for the Tigers, had excellent coverage there. Didn't really let Moore get around to the football. Sizemore, 2nd and 10 in the shotgun. 3 wide with 2 running backs. Hand off to Jewell. Just across the middle, dragging people ahead, enough for the first down, and another big carry for Tucker Jewell.
And I love to watch that kid play. He just plays with so much heart. He just runs so hard. He really is a good little running back. That's really not doing him justice. I wish he was a little bit bigger. I'd make a fullback out of him, and nobody would ever stop him. But they have trouble with him right now. It looks like we've got another flag on the play.
I may have been generous on the spot of the football. Looks like they're getting down to get an eye at it. Official timeout for a measurement here.
Okay.
While they're taking a look at that, we'll give you a big thank you to our sponsors that bring you this broadcast: Cumberland Valley Electric, Hometown Bank, Davis Salvage, the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Bubby's Barbecue, the Tri-County Cycle Sales, and Pennington Wellness, all sponsors bringing you this broadcast and all other broadcasts all season long. And I was looking my head down, Alan. What was the result of the measurement?
It was a first down by about a half a ball.
Wow.
So we're in business again down at the 21-yard line.
Sizemore gets the play from Coach Haddix on the sideline and breaks huddle. He'll remain in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, Tucker Jewell to his left. Now shifts to his right. Sizemore takes the snap, looks to throw. Flushed out to his left, will have room to run, but will throw. Downfield, got a man inside the 5-yard line, and that was an excellent throw, an excellent catch from Sizemore.
And it shows that he's not a selfish kid, because he had a lot of room out in front of him. He could have probably gotten down to probably the 5 or 6 yard line himself. There was nobody out there, but instead he chose to throw the ball down to his receiver. And actually, the receiver caught the ball on about the 2 or 3 yard line, and then he came back just a yard or two to try and get loose. And so the results are we're deep in the territory, ready to go in here, I hope.
A.J. Moore, I believe the receiver, the Redhound on the reception, there was a flag on the play. I believe they flagged the left tackle, Alec Gambrell, with a hold there. And I feel for him as a former left tackle. When your quarterback rolls to the outside, you can't control it. He needs to step up into the pocket. So, hard to fault the big guy for trying to hold off his defensive lineman from Sizemore. Either way, it's going to reset the play, 1st and a mile. Sizemore in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, takes the snap, floats deep in the pocket, evades a defender, evades another, rolls out to the left sideline, and he's going to run with it. Got a gain of 15. Past the original line of scrimmage, dragging Tigers with him, short of the first down by about 2 yards, and that was an excellent run by Sizemore.
Yeah, just a great run. He went up the middle first and then cut towards the sideline and went down the sideline there. And that play is almost a mirror of the play before, where he had all the room out there. And I think Coach Haddix had seen that on the play before and decided to call it again. And it's just a great run by Cameron.
Hound's going to elect to go no huddle. 2nd and about a yard. Sizemore in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, sets the throw, lofts the ball over the back of the end zone, dropped, careening off of the Redhound receiver. Pretends here to be Cameron Barton.
It was.
Intended receiver. First action for him this season.
That ball, just a little bit overthrown. Cameron made a good effort at it. But once again, the thing that impresses me there is Cameron was the only player that could have caught that football. So there wasn't any chance of anybody intercepting. That's just a good way, to get the ball down through there.
Excellent point. That was a perfect touch from Sizemore. Sizemore in the stretch, 4 wide receiver. Will hand off to Jewell underneath. He'll shuffle his feet, make a couple moves, and down for a gain of about 3. That's enough for the Redhound first down, and they'll move the chains once again. That was a wide set. The receivers were all the way down past the numbers on each side and had that defense so spread out it was hard to stop that run.
Well, both teams tonight are playing the spread offense. Clay County's doing it too, and Corbin's doing it as well. So you don't see 11 men in the box on either side.
Sizemore in the shotgun, 4 tight wide receivers. Takes the snap and sets the throw. Flushed out to his left. Fires up to the left side of the end zone. It's tipped and caught. Wow, big interception from Clay County. He drags the toe. It was originally tipped by one defensive back and picked off by another, Will Sexton. The quarterback comes in and makes the play for the Tigers, and that was just a great play defensively.
Yes, it was. And so Clay's going to have the ball on about the 2 yard line, and this is where the Corbin defense is going to have to rise up and either force the turnover or force them to turn it over on downs and give the ball back to the offense.
Redhound defensive front, reigning terror as usual as they have in the first 2 games. Looks like we'll have an official timeout here. This game is also televised. This will be a media timeout. will take one as well. With 4:15 left in the first quarter, Corbin on top, 6-0 over the host Tigers of Clay County. I'm Ronnie Bowling alongside Alan Ox. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. With 4:15 left here in the first quarter, Corbin on top of the host Clay County Tigers, 6-0. Big interception from the Tigers will start them deep in their own territory. However, Redhounds marching with the football, only to be cut short by a Sexton interception. Sexton leading his Tigers out to take over in the shadow of his own goalpost, his own 4-yard line, in the shotgun. Takes the snap and will keep it himself over the right. He's got a lot of running room out past the first down. Chopped down by DJ Murphy, but not before converting, and that's a run you don't need to see when you've got him backed up like that.
No, you sure don't. And he just spread the field out that time and just did a little draw right up the middle, and nice little run there. And we did not need for that to happen.
Sexton using his feet to convert out to his own 16-yard line. Sexton in a wildcat formation. Takes the snap, keeps it himself, reverses field over to the left. Chased down by Ethan Sims and drugged down for a loss. Big play by Ethan Sims out in space.
Yeah, that time he tried to come near side, and Ethan was just right on him right from the start and drug him down. Nice defensive play that time. Great pursuit. Great job of staying parallel with line of scrimmage, and he had no chance to go anywhere that time.
Loss of about 1 on the play, 2nd and 11 on their own 15-yard line. Sexton will take up under center. Wishbone formation. Hand off to the last back through. Power to the right. Dropped by the defensive front. He'll gain nothing, and he was tattooed by several of the Redhound defensive linemen.
And that time, the field wasn't spread as much. We had a little bit closer proximity there in the box, and Corbin's just very difficult to run on in there. If you get by them, you've really done something, and they played it extremely well that time.
Sexton back into the shotgun. We'll have 4 wide receivers on the play. 3rd and 10 from his own 15, 2:47. Corbin leads 6-0. Sexton takes the snap. Sets the throw, fires over the middle. It will ground out into the dirt. No one near that pass. Bringing up another 4th down, and the Redhound defense looking nice early on.
Yes, they are. They're playing extremely well, and they turned Clay over again on downs, and so we should once again, Ron, get the ball back on the short field. I think our receiver's going to line up about the 45-yard line, so if he handles this correctly, we should have nice field position.
Clay County to punt the football away on 4th down. Snap is good. Kick is good. Kick is not good. It's a high, wobbling kick, and it'll take a Redhound bounce back about the 32-yard line. So, punt of about 16 yards now, and they may be better off just going for it.
Well, they're apparently struggling in the kicking department there, because that's about the 3rd one that he kicked that's been really, really short. And when I talked about the short field, I was hoping to get the ball up between the 40 and the 50, but to get it down about the 27 or 28-yard line is just great. Actually, it's on about the 31. But it's just great field position for Corbin. We need to just relax and hold on to the football and move the ball into the end zone.
Sizemore takes over on the 31 in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Brings E-step in motion. Snap is good. He steps up into the pocket, evades the pressure, fires over to the right sideline, got E-step, makes the man miss up across the 20 to the 15, down to the 10 where he's knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 22 on the play, and that was all receivers there.
What a beautiful move he made.
Wow.
He caught that football and then did a reverse 180 is what he did, and left the defensive player standing there wondering where he went. And he just kept right on going down the sideline. Beautiful play.
E-step leaving guys in their shoes back at the 25, all the way up to the 10-yard line. Sizemore in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Hand off to French, up the middle. Drags a couple people with him. Gain of about 3.
Running really, really hard. He is a good little injection there in the backfield, and Corbin is moving the football.
Second and goal. Ball resting at the Clay County 6-yard line. Sizemore in the pistol will revert to the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap and rolls to his left. Fires to the left pylon. Got Jewell. Hauls it in around the 1, and he will be forced out of bounds. Nice defensive play from the Tigers. Jewell could have walked in there. Correction, number 5, Christian Guzlin. Number's a little hard to read, the single-digit numbers from far away.
Just a nice little play there by Sizemore. Threw the ball out there, down around the waist, and he is just so much improved this year. He's really, really doing well.
Third and goal, ball resting on the Clay County 3-yard line. Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, very wide receivers, stretched to each sideline. Takes the snap, looks, and fires a screen out to A.J. Moore at the 1. He'll fight and be drugged backwards. Side judge will give him about a yard of forward progress. Going to bring up a big 4th down for Corbin. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Corbin on top, 6-0, but knocking on the Clay County goal line. 4th and goal.
I think Coach Haddock's going to go for it. You might see a hard count here the first time, but I believe he's going to try to go in with it.
Offense remains on the field. Sizemore, I formation. French behind him. He'll give it to French, who walks into the end zone, big-time hole up the middle from the uglies from the Corbin Redhound offensive line. And you got to give that one to the big guys up front. Gambrell, Lovett, Masternak, Keck, and Knuckles. They blasted that hole wide open.
They sure did. And Corbin's offensive line, Ronnie, they're playing extremely well this year. They really are. That unit has really come together, and they're moving people out of the way and making holes and doing things that they ought to be doing early in the season that you normally wouldn't see them do until late in the season.
Hounds missed the first PAT, will go for 2 perhaps to balance the score. Sizemore in the shotgun, bunch formation to his right. Takes the snap, and the play will be blown dead. Preliminary indication offsides on Clay County. It'll be half the distance to the goal. They'll retry the extra point.
And perhaps this might make Justin Haddock change his play now that he is a little closer. It looked like that was going to be a pass play over in the far end zone. Still a great crowd here tonight. I think we've got a bigger crowd here for the second game than we had for the first game, which makes sense. Clay is the home team, but we've really got a nice crowd. They're all around this facility.
Sizemore in the shotgun, takes the snap, sets the throw to the left side. Intended for Moore, the ball will be incomplete. Moore slips on the play, never had a chance to get underneath that pass, and that's just an unfortunate case of misfooting, but that will be no good as well. Corbin with 2 touchdowns on top, 12-0 with 26 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll be back here as Corbin returns the kick back to Clay County. I'm Ron Bowling alongside Alan Onks. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. 46 seconds left in the first quarter of the Appalachian Bowl. The Redhounds are on top 12-0 over the host Tigers of Clay County. I'm Ron Bowling alongside Alan Onks. You're listening to Redhound football here on T107. John Lowe on to kick. He'll approach and kick the ball. The ball will spiral end over end, bouncing out of bounds around the 10-yard line. That'll be a costly penalty. And John Lowe having a rough night here early on. That ball kind of gets away from him here, and you got to wonder maybe about the field conditions, Alan. We've had 2 errant kicks and a couple guys fall down right now.
Well, really all it could be is maybe just a little dew on the field. But the playing surface looks to be in pristine condition. They've done just a really nice job over here with getting it ready, and it's beautiful from up here, but we're a long way up here, Ronnie.
That's right.
I mean, a long way up here.
Warm and dry.
Warm and dry. We are.
Lowe been perfect on the year on his PATs, and has been given a tough task. He's been putting the ball all over the field on kickoffs there. That one just kind of got away from him. Look for him to continue to put those precision kicks all over the field and has limited the opposition's field position.
Yes, yes.
Sexton, under center, wishbone formation. He'll take the snap and hand off to the fullback, who's got lots of running room over the left sideline, trucking and trips over his own wide receiver, not before a big gain of about 15 yards, crossing into Redhound territory.
And I think that time our defensive end on this side was thinking blitz, that he went hard at the quarterback, and the ball carrier just ran right by him. So there was actually no one there to stop him. Big gain for Clay.
Clay County first sign of offense for the Tigers as they move inside Redhound territory. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Clay County going to look content to let the quarter expire. As the quarter expires, we're going to take a break here in the action, and we'll take one here on the radio. After one, first quarter of the Appalachian Bowl, the Redhounds are on top 12-0. You're listening to Redhound football on T107. The second quarter of the Appalachian Bowl. The Corbin Redhounds on the road taking on the Tigers of Clay County. After one quarter, it's been all Redhounds. They lead 12-0 over the host. First big play for the Tigers. They've crossed into Redhound territory for the first time this game, and they look to continue. Big handoff to the fullback, got them in position.
Well, they have the ball at about the 46-yard line. And they're pretty good size, Ronnie, up front.
Lots of big kids up front, not a lot of depth. That may play into account here as Corbin doesn't have a lot of guys going both ways. Other than Braden Sevier, actually, I don't think anybody does. Double wing formation for the Tigers. Handoff to the fullback up the middle, and he's dropped by Braden Sevier.
That didn't go anywhere, but a flag come in there really, really quick. So we're going to have a hold or a face mask. Has just about be one of the two.
First 2 games for Corbin have been relatively penalty-free. This one's kind of been littered with laundry so far. We wait for the preliminary indication here. Appears it may be on Clay County, discussing it with Corbin captain DJ Murphy. Dylan Brock, excuse me. Hold on Clay County, so the busted run also penalized. Corbin will accept that. It'll remain first down. But it'll be 1st and 20, backed all the way up to about their 43-yard line.
That penalty flag really came in there quick.
It sure did. I thought it was a face mask the way it came in. Nonetheless, Blake Sexton will take over 1st and 20 on his own 46-yard line. Sexton in the pistol formation. Turns the hands off the back behind him. He'll make it past the line of scrimmage and not a yard more. Hit and drop. Host of Redhounds on the stop. Cody Evans, the initial Redhound defender, on the stop for the Hounds.
And once again, Corbin defense just very stingy in the middle. Linebackers staying home, playing extremely well. That unit is really coming together.
Hunter Logan checks in for the Redhound. Timeout will be on the field. Clay County will take their first charge timeout. So 11:02 left here in the second quarter of the Appalachian Bowl. Corbin's on top 12-0. This is Redhound football on T107. With 11 minutes left here in the second quarter of the Appalachian Bowl, the Redhounds are on top 12-0 over the host Tigers of Clay County. Big penalty has backed up the Tigers on what otherwise looks to be a promising drive for the Tigers. Sexton will take over with his Tigers here on his own 44-yard line. 2nd and a mile, 21 to the down to convert the down and distance. Sexton in the pistol formation, 2 back in the backfield with him. Hard count. Movement by the slot receiver, no flag. Eventually, it comes out after what we call a crowd penalty.
I think he had to pull it out, but it went a long time before he did. And the receiver obviously, he actually took a step running and then stopped. So
he took one forward and another back to try to get back in position.
I think that's probably the official probably thought, hey, this one I'm going to have to call. And he's standing on the Clay County sideline, too. Throw that in there.
Kind of an avoidable penalty if you're a wide receiver. You don't listen to the sound. You look at the football. 2nd and a mile and some change. 26 yards to convert the down and distance. Sexton in the pistol. Takes the snap and will roll to his right, looking to throw. Kind of tucks it upfield, met by a host of Redhounds. Braden Sevier leading the charge, cleaned up by Cody Evans. Another no gain on the play, and that's just another outstanding example of how athletic this defensive front pursues from sideline to sideline.
Yeah, Cody made a great play that time, and the parallel movement that these linemen make is really something else. The backers are doing a great job staying home and just playing extremely well. You're not going to find a whole lot there on the line of scrimmage at all.
No. Hounds will convert into the nickel set. Justin Davis, Dustin Sams check in for the Hounds. Hounds in a 3-3-5 stack. New defense for the Redhound. Sexton in the wishbone formation. He'll hand it off up the middle. He'll be dropped for no gain. Grant Gibson, Braden Sevier, Sams all in on the tackle. Justin Davis also in on the pile. This Redhound interior defense has been tested, and they have answered the bell so far.
They had him before he actually had the football. And he went down immediately. So the Corbin defense has played another set of downs extremely well, and we're going to turn them over and hopefully wind up with a good field position here.
Hound's stingy defense has forced the third punt of the evening for the Tigers. Moore back to receive. Kick finally got a little toe into it. That ball will knuckle down and take a Clay County bounce. Still rolling past the 20, past the 15, all the way down to about the 14-yard line. So first good kick for Clay County has finally flipped the field position. Corbin will have a long field to go.
Yeah, the kick was a pretty good little kick, and then it took a bounce obviously in their favor and went a long way. It went probably as far on the ground as it did in the air.
The high kick and the low roller kind of flips field position.
It did.
Sizemore has a long way to go. Sets up shop on the 1st and 10 on his own 13-yard line. He'll be in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Jewel to his left. Takes the snap, sets the fire to the right sideline. Got Guzlin, who makes a man miss. Comes back, spins across, dragging guys with him. Big, tough run on the screen reception from Guzlin. Gain of about 7 yards. Good pitch and catch there.
Yeah, and that time he was just set up on the outside, and as soon as the ball was snapped, he just came back in toward the line of scrimmage, and Sizemore hit him right in the numbers, caught that ball, just a great catch, pitch and catch, and he turned it up, and a nice gainer.
Sizemore in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers, takes the snap, will keep it himself. Looks like a busted play, maybe an option. That went nowhere. The Tigers none too convinced on that run. He's hit by a host of Tigers, and that play didn't appear like it ever had a chance.
Yeah, I think it was a busted play. Someone took another avenue, because as soon as he looked around, there wasn't anyone there to hand it to, and he just kind of tucked it in, and by then the defense had got up with it.
Corbin not been very successful running the option this evening. 3rd and 4. Sizemore remains in the shotgun. Hands off to Estep, who pushes through. Will get the first down out across the 30-yard line. Gain of about 10 yards. So nice little run there from the utility man, Chase Estep, showing his offensive value tonight.
Chase, that was a great run by Chase. And he's just an athletic kid altogether. He can play just about anywhere you want to put him, and he's going to always make big plays. He's just a good athlete.
1st and 10. Up to the Redhound 31-yard line. Sizemore in the shotgun. 3 wide. Takes the snap. Sets the throw to Moore. Down the right sideline. Hauled in by Moore. Big gain all the way down inside Clay County territory up to about the 36-yard line. That was a beautiful pitch and catch.
And Ronnie, I was watching him the last 5 yards before the ball got to him. He was watching the football. He never took his eyes off of the football. And when the ball was about a yard away, he just went up and took it, is really what happened. It was a great throw by Sizemore, but it was also a beautiful catch as well.
Another great reception from Moore. He's actually on pace to be the all-time leading receiver in Corbin High School history. 1st and 10, Clay County 31-yard line. Sizemore in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap, sets the throw, thinks about it, pump fake, throws over to the left sideline, got Estep, who's immediately clobbered. Nice little gain of 6, and Caleb Mitchell, on the reception, and he earned all 6 of those yards.
And that was a little bit of a dangerous throw, because number 80 for Clay County was at a dead run when he had each step. If he had another step, he could have stepped right in front of that. If he had caught it, there would have been nobody keeping him out of the end zone.
Tanner Jones laying the wood to Caleb Mitchell, and that's when Mitchell may go back to the huddle and, come on, man, you left me out to dry there.
Did me better.
Pass was complete. Will render it 2nd and 4. Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Will throw the bubble screen out to Estep. Makes a man miss. Big juke. Cuts through it, and he's running in for the touchdown. Big pass, big run from Chase Estep, and he is all over the Tigers right now.
Yeah, he made just a little move over there, and I think the defensive back is still over there trying to lace his shoes up. It was just a beautiful catch and a great run.
Laundry on the field may render this touchdown no good, but Chase Estep going to keep Nike and the local shoe dealers in business. Guys have been leaving their cleats, trying to keep up with him, and just can't stay in front.
Penalty against Clay County.
Indication will go against Clay. No sign from the official what it was. Can't imagine it'll either be a dead ball or it'll be a live penalty that would certainly be declined by the Redhounds. They'd be inclined to take that result, a touchdown.
Personal foul. I think it's going to be assist on the kickoff, Ronnie.
Personal foul will render the 30-yard touchdown reception from Chase Estep good. 3rd touchdown for the Redhounds. They're on top, 18-0. They'll go for 2. Sizemore in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. That's the throw. Hit from behind, and the ball is out. Host of Tigers and Redhounds looking for it. The referees are actually going to blow that dead as an incomplete pass. I thought that may have been a fumble, Allen. Nonetheless, that is no good. So with 6:57 left here in the second quarter, it's all Redhounds. They're on top, 18-0. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Left in the second quarter here in the Appalachian Bowl. The Redhounds on the road on top of Clay County, 18-0. Big pass, a little bubble screen out to Chase Estep. He'll take that one from 31 yards out. And right now the receivers making Cameron Sizemore's night a little bit easier. They've shined in this performance.
Well, one of the things that surprises me a little bit, Ronnie, is Coach Haddock seems like he came in here tonight expecting to throw the ball a lot, and that's exactly what we've done. We've had success with the running game, but perhaps he might be working on his passing game a little bit, considering some of the things that we have, down the road a little bit. And I kind of thought maybe that if he could get a fairly good lead, that would afford him an opportunity to do that. The lead is not what I thought it would be, but nonetheless, he still continues to throw the ball a lot. You were talking about A.J. Moore a minute ago, on pace to be one of the leading receivers of all time. He's just very fortunate that he's playing under Coach Haddock, because Corbin really has never been a throwing football team. We've always lined it up and will run, but it's a little different now.
Certainly different, and he's benefited from that. He'd be a threat in any offense. John Lowe set to tee it up on the 44-yard line. Spiraling kick will go down inside the 3, fielded, and it'll be picked up. Block in the back, not called. Clay County returner will toe the sideline and actually be marked out around the 10-yard line. Wow, Redhound didn't catch the number. He got clobbered in the back on that play. If you're going to call it on Tucker Jewell, I think you certainly have to call that one as well.
Exactly. I agree with you. And the official was standing right there looking right at it. I can't see how he missed it, but perhaps he was looking in the other direction.
Perhaps he heard our constructive criticism about point-of-attack blocking.
I don't want to start officiating, so...
No, they're not asking us to wear the stripes down there. We're comfortable up here.
It's a tough job. Those guys do a good job, and always fair and always work really hard.
Alan Hawks, of course, a veteran official, called a lot of Kentucky high school football games, including state championship game. Certainly, I'm not going to parse words about rules. I'm going to defer to him on everything. Bad return, good kick from Lowe, pinning the Tigers down inside their own 10-yard line. First and 10 on the 8. Sexton will take under center. Hand off to the fullback. He'll trudge ahead for a gain of 3 or 4. He's pushed back by a pack of Redhounds, and that one may be flagged, maybe an excessive tackle there. Punishment of the ball carrier, perhaps.
Well, we might have a face mask, or we might just have a personal foul. I don't know whether we kept going too long after the whistle was blown or what the deal was, but that flag came in there, on the tackle, so it's going to be against us, I think.
Have your attention, please. We have lost or pink iPhone speed with the kitten case. If you find this phone, please bring it to the
That was punishing the ball carrier, perhaps?
I don't know. What did he call? Signal.
Official's going to mark off 10 yards. It is a personal foul of some kind against Corbin.
I believe that if it was a personal foul, it would be 15 yards.
Should have been an automatic, too. Unsure of the call. Nonetheless, first down and about a yard.
Now the far side official is coming in. I think Coach Haddock maybe had a question about that. What happened? We'll go back and share the information. Corbin sideline.
First and a yard. Sexton, double wing formation. Takes the snap, will bobble the snap, actually keeps it out to the left sideline. Hit and dropped by Cameron McGuett for no gain. Good play, good play from your corner there in run support.
I think he might have gotten just enough to get the first down on it.
I believe you're correct, and so do the referees. They're actually going to measure this one.
First down.
Not going to measure now. Indication from the referee. First down, as Allen said, just enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10, out all the way to the Clay County 20-yard line. 5:49 left in the second quarter. Corbin on top, 18-0 here in the Appalachian Bowl. Sexton in the pistol formation, 2 wings nonetheless, hands it off to the up back behind him. He'll be dropped for no gain. Another big tackle from the Redhound interior, Cody Evans. He's been outstanding in run support from his defensive tackle position.
Well, I'm surprised that Clay is still trying to go up the middle. They've not had any luck at all doing it. And Corbin really stiffens up right in the middle. They're winning the war there in the line of scrimmage in the middle. So Clay's going to have to do something to loosen the Corbin defense up a little bit.
Not probe the Redhounds through the air too much. As Allen said, the running game has been a non-factor for the Tigers. Tigers remain in this double wing pistol formation. Sexton takes the snap. Actually a counter over to the right. Strung out. Host of Redhounds there to meet him and drag him down. Dylan Brock. Their excellent play. No gain. Brings up 3rd and long.
I don't think that fooled anybody. They were going in 2 different directions in the backfield, and Corbin just stayed at home and waited for the play to develop. That's one of the things, Ronnie, I'm really impressed with this year is the defense isn't overreacting. They're not over-pursuing, I guess, is the correct phrase. But they're just staying at home and playing their position and letting the ball come to them, and it works extremely well.
Corbin will sub into its nickel package. 3-3-5 stack here on 3rd down. Sams checks in. Logan checks out. Sexton remains in the pistol formation with 2 wings, 2 other wide receivers. Corbin shows blitz and does blitz. Sexton steps up and evades the blitzers, but he's getting bared down. Ethan Sims drags him down. Old school bulldogged him right there for a loss, and Ethan Sims has been a thorn in the side of Sexton tonight.
Well, he really, I think he kind of showed his speed that time too, because the quarterback had to step on him, and he just ran him down out there and did not let him get a yard on that gain at all.
Impressive tackle from Sims, probably one of the more athletic linebackers you're going to see. Also returns kick and then goes out there and plays outside linebacker. Another outstanding play from him. Sexton, no slow quarterback, actually a pretty athletic guy. We saw him with the interception earlier, but still no gain. Tigers on to kick the ball away, evades the pressure and able to get an end-over-end kick, which will be fielded by Moore on the right sideline. Gets a block from Davis, gets another block from Sevier. Forced out of bounds. Good return from Moore up inside Tiger territory all the way down to the 34-yard line.
Well, I think everybody was kind of lulled to sleep there a little bit, and A.J. just picked that thing up on the dead run, and right down the sideline he went with it to about the 33 or 34-yard line. And we have a player down on about the 20 down there, a Clay County player. He's up now, but he was rolling around there a little bit. But he just came right down that sideline, and he was absolutely flying.
More speed, very dangerous. Obviously, a lot of teams respect him and his ability to go up and get the deep ball, and you can see why with full stride like that. 3:12 left here in the second quarter. Corbin on top, 18-0, and they'll take over inside Clay County territory. Right now, our broadcast, of course, brought to you by our traditional sponsors, Cumberland Valley Electric, Hometown Bank, Davis Salvage, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, Bubby's Barbecue, Tri-County Cycle Sales, and Pennington Wellness. Sizemore returns on the field to take over for the Hounds. 1st and 10. He'll operate out of the shotgun, and he'll have 5 wide receivers. Sizemore takes the snap, fakes the screen, looks to throw deep, evades the pressure, and he looks deep for Guzlin. It'll sail over his head, incomplete, and that ball just a little bit high for Guzlin to wrangle that in.
Yes, it was just a little bit, and Sizemore was on the run, but still he was the only man that could catch it, but just a little bit high that time.
Tigers, for the first time, brought some pressure after Sizemore. Offensive line did a nice job molding a pocket for him. He stepped up into the pocket and got a good throw downfield, so good look from your offense there. 2nd and 10. 3:03 left in the second quarter. Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Throws the screen out to Guzlin on the left side. He'll cross the 30. Up to the 25. Hit and drop. Gain of about 8 or 9. Nice little screen play, and the Redhounds are moving the ball very well with their screen game. That's built them a lead here, 18-0 here in the second quarter.
It is, and they're getting it out there really quick. Now they're going without the huddle, which will make things even more effective.
3rd and about 1.5 yards. Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Hand off to Jewell. He'll stutter step. He'll make a couple people miss, and out across the 20-yard line, dragging defenders with him, up enough for a Redhound first down, and that was another nice run from Tucker Jewell and well blocked by his offensive line.
Yeah, Tucker got about 3 or 4 yards going to the right, and then saw that hole was basically stopped up, and so he just changed directions and went the other way and picked up some more.
Sizemore in the pistol. Takes the snap, throws the slant route to Mitchell across the middle. He'll cross the 15, cross the 10, cross the 5. Bullies people with him for the touchdown. Tough run there by Mitchell, and another touchdown pass from Cameron Sizemore.
And Sizemore threaded the needle that time.
Yes.
You could watch him. He was looking between the offensive and the defensive line. He waited for his receiver to come across, and he threw that ball just like threading a needle, and the receiver was able to catch it on the dead run and take it in.
We've seen some beautiful touch passes from Sizemore. We've bragged about his arm strength on the screenplays. That, like you said, was an absolute bullet. And how about Caleb Mitchell putting his head down and getting the extra tough yards for the score?
Great play.
Corbin continues to elect to go for 2. Up 24-0. Sizemore, 4 wide receivers, they're in tight. E-Step will go in motion. He'll pitch it out to E-Step. He'll throw the back of the end zone over to Guzlin, and it's in good. E-Step, the utility guy. He can run, he can throw, he can catch, and he can pass.
And we finally got our 2 points back. I'm glad we did. We've been after it all night long.
We'll notch it up. So with 2:10 left here in the second quarter of the Appalachian Bowl, Corbin on top 26-0. We'll be back here shortly. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. With 2:10 left here in the first half of play of the Appalachian Bowl, Corbin on top 26-0 over the host Tigers of Clay County. John Lowe set to kick the ball away. He'll approach and he'll kick a high end-over-end kick. Fielded about the 5. The kick will be bobbled. He'll retrieve it and get out, but he's got a pack of hounds bearing down on him, and they'll drop him inside the 5-yard line. Another deep kick from John Lowe pins the Tigers deep.
Great special teams coverage that time. Everyone came down in their lanes, and there just wasn't anywhere for him to go. He caught the ball at about the 1-yard line and dropped it, picked it back up, and by that time the Corbin special teams unit was right on top of it.
Corbin definitely dominating the special teams and field position department here tonight. 2 minutes left here in the first half of play. Appalachian Bowl, we saw Pulaski Southwest sneak out a win over the Knox Central Panthers. That was a fantastic ball game. Both teams put on quite a performance. Here in the second game, is hosting Clay County Tigers, getting quite a handful from the visiting Redhounds. They're 26-0. 26-0 the score right now. They're looking to move to 3-0 on the season, certainly well on their way right now. Ball resting on his own 6-yard line for Sexton. He'll take over for the Tigers. He's in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Takes the snap, handoff to the right sideline, met by the entire Redhound defense. No gain on the play.
Ronnie, you were talking about this bowl. Clay County's done an excellent job over here tonight. The hospitality has been outstanding, and they're well organized, and it's just they're doing a really good job with it. I think you'll see this bowl continue to grow and get better each and every year. They have quality opponents coming in, and they just do a really nice job. This is a beautiful facility over here. Nice setting for football.
Certainly drew a packed crowd. Sexton, 2nd and 10, will operate in the shotgun. 1 minute left in the half. Appears content to allow some clock run. Sexton will take the snap and will hand off up the middle. He's got a little bit of lateral running gain. Shoots forward before getting chopped down. Dylan Brock on the stop there for Corbin. He may have made it back to a little past the original line of scrimmage.
Corbin called a timeout. By that time, I think Coach Haddock was hoping to get the ball back. Again, leading here at 26-0 here late in the first half. I think Coach Haddock is maybe hoping he will be able to put a few more points on the board.
Kind of a marquee note there for Coach Haddock. He's known for being very aggressive before halftime, and he's done a good job utilizing his timeouts here tonight. We're a timeout, by the way, 26-0 the score. All Redhounds right now. We're going to keep it right here. Shouldn't be a very long timeout, but like you said, he manages his timeouts well, and he always tries to tack on that additional score before the half, and looks like he's trying to set that up here.
Yeah, I think he wants the momentum coming out because Clay County will receive the kick coming out in the second half, and so I think he's wanting to take the momentum in with him there at halftime.
Redhounds have returned to the field of play.
Clay County getting their final instructions, getting ready to huddle up.
Sexton receives his instructions, marches his offense back out from the huddle. 3rd down and about 8. Ball resting on the Clay County 11-yard line. Sexton in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers running back to his left. Corbin showing blitz. Corbin brings blitz. Sexton immediately chased out of the pocket, drugged down by Ethan Sims. Ball is out. He's on it. Touchdown, Redhound.
Wow, what a play.
Ethan Sims continues to impress on the perimeter. I think he did recover that one. He certainly stripped it loose, and that's another big defensive play from the outside linebacker.
Well, the Corbin defense that time, all of the backers were threatening blitz, and then as the ball was snapped, they did blitz and caught the ball carrier right there at the goal line and forced the ball loose, and that was what Coach Haddock was trying to do right there.
Defensive pressure for the Redhounds continuing to be a nuisance for opposing offenses. This is a team that's accumulated a number of sacks on the season, actually brought down Whitley County in excess of 7 times, same number for Louisville Central, and they're well on their way here tonight. This defense more than aggressive in giving opposing passers some fits. Low on to add the PAT. Snap is up, ball is down, kick is away, but play will be blown dead. Appears to be offsides on Clay County. Indication they'll reset this one and re-kick.
And I think regardless of how close he gets, he will probably kick. He wants his kicker to regain his confidence, and 1 point is 1 point in a close ball game. So we want to make sure that our field goal kicker and our extra point kicker has got his confidence and feels good about himself, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Coach Haddock is going to let him have another shot at it.
Smart coaching decision there, letting Lowe continue to build his confidence. Ball is up, ball is down, incoming. Clay County defender plows both Sizemore and Lowe. 1 flag down, dead ball flag out.
I think you're going to have an offside and a personal foul on Clay.
Definitely probably some sort of unnecessary roughness, maybe a spear. I couldn't tell. He did drill Sizemore in the back.
He come in that time, and he crossed the line of scrimmage. The ball hadn't even been snapped yet. And so when the ball snapped, he was there, and he just laid the wood to the Corbin holder and the Corbin kicker. And the official right on top of that, and he threw the second flag. So you're going to have a half the distance on the first one, and then the personal foul is probably going to be on the kickoff. See if that's how it plays out.
It might have been his second unsportsmanlike of the game, actually.
He came out of there pretty quick. Coach got him out of there really quick. He's standing down here on the end of the bench now, and I'm sure they're not real happy with him.
Clay County assessed with a personal foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct assessed against the Redhound.
Well.
Those penalties, of course, should offset and replay the down for the third time.
Well, those were both dead ball fouls. So I think the first one was an offside, wasn't it?
We've got too many flags to keep up with on that play. Could have been a dangerous play, though. He comes unimpeded like that.
I think what's happened probably is one of the Corbin players said something to him about what he done, and so that didn't go over too good, I don't think, with the Corbin offense.
Nonetheless, the ball is going to be reset at the 3-yard line. Low on to tack on the PAT for the third time on this drive. Or end of drive, rather. Ball is snapped. Hold is down. Kick is up. Kick is away. Looks good. Is good. John Lowe back to his perfect ways. He'll tack on the extra point and bring the Redhounds ahead 33-0. We have 53 seconds left here in the second quarter. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. 3 seconds left here in the first half of play. It's been all Redhounds so far. They're on top 33-0 over the hosting Tigers of Clay County. But last touchdown coming on a big sack from Ethan Sims and recovery by Ethan Sims in the end zone. Big, outstanding game for the outside linebacker here tonight. And right now, Alan, the offense is looking good through the passing game. The defense is doing a great job pursuing sideline to sideline. You can't have a lot of things you're upset with if you're Coach Haddix right now.
No, and I think both our offense and defense are clicking on all cylinders. I think Coach Haddix is going to have a talk with his kids. And, you know, the thing that we cannot do here is get goaded into a personal foul or an ejection in this game. Sometimes when these games get a little bit lopsided score-wise, these kids get a little upset, their emotions get loose, and the thing that we do not need to do is get someone thrown out and not be able to play them next week in the game against Danville. So we have to be mature here and hold on to our emotions, and hopefully Clay County will do the same thing, and we'll get through the second half of play without anyone stepping out of line.
Definitely would be a shame. Redhounds taking on your inter-county rival, Whitley County. No problems. You take on your bitter rival in the Louisville Central Yellow Jackets. No problems. You don't want to lose a player here up 33-0 on the road.
We've seen great sportsmanship this year so far, and we still are. We've had good sportsmanship here tonight.
Lowe kicks the ball end over end, splits the two return men. He'll go back to the 3-yard line to return. Up to the right sideline, jukes and makes a pack of hounds miss, dragging guys with him up across the 15, has a return of about 12 yards up to the Clay County, about 17-yard line.
We were pretty close to getting one right there. We come in there pretty late on that one, but Clay County's they've had trouble handling the kickoff all night long. They haven't handled one cleanly yet.
They haven't. There have been, some of that's attributable to John Lowe. He puts a lot of different looks and spins on the football. We've seen end over end. We've seen a knuckle style. We've seen one look similar to a punt down there. They've been very difficult to handle.
He doesn't kick anything that you can catch in the air. You can forget that,
Redhound's going to keep their core defense in. Sexton returns in the wishbone formation. Takes the snap, hand off to the fullback. Chop down. Gain of about 3. Sam's in on the stop for the Redhound. 33 seconds left in the first half. No timeouts from either team. Looks like both coaches content to allow this one to go to a break. Tigers actually breaking the huddle. Sexton marching his troops to the line, full house backfield, wishbone behind him. 10 seconds. Sexton tucks up under center. Takes a snap, another fullback dive, hit it. Ball on the ground, still tussling for it. Ball is live, picked up by McGuett. He'll be immediately tackled, notch another turnover for the Redhound defense. So another good one for the stat column, looking to toe it up and tee it off here in the second half. John Lowe approaching, puts the toe to it. High, end over end kick, driving the recipient down to the 15-yard line. He'll cross the 20 and wallop. A wall of Red will drive him back. Keep forward progress will mark him down about the 22-yard line, while the Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Well, that's the first time that we've actually kicked the ball to him in the air tonight, and he fielded it cleanly, but the Redhound special teams group was right there on him, and just as soon as he got possession of the ball, he was hit by the Redhounds. And so just great coverage by the special teams unit for the Redhounds.
Hounds definitely solid on special teams. Point of emphasis for Coach Justin Haddix. John Lowe, actually a two-sport athlete. He's a soccer player at Corbin High School in addition to kicking duties. Sexton in the shotgun. 2 wings, 2 receivers. He'll keep it himself to the right, reverse back to the left. He's hit by a couple Hounds, wrapped up. Going to lose quite a few yards there, and a late flag flies in on the play.
That could very well be a face mask. That's usually what those are. But he did not have anything off the right side of the snap and just reversed directions, and there wasn't anything for him on the other side either.
Hounds keeping their core defense in, no substitutions yet. Preliminary indication that punch was thrown against the Redhound defense. Personal foul. We received some notes here in the booth that punch was thrown. Don't know that I agree with that. It'd definitely be automatic ejection at high school level. Well,
whomever the culprit was, it's still out there. So
certainly not a punch, but we talked about no criticisms. I've got one. You've got to clean up loose ball fouls. That's unacceptable. Yeah. You can control that.
You can, and I think Coach Haddix will address that.
Sexton, 1st and 10, up to his own 40. In the shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Sexton looks to throw, fires out to the left sideline, hit by Sims, hipped by McGuett. The Redhound defensive line out to clean him up as he's falling forward. Gains about a yard.
Ronnie, look right now. How many people do you see on the defense that were not involved in that tackle?
10. The exception of the backside corner.
That's exactly right. That's my point. We had 10 people on the tackle that time. That's great pursuit, flying to the ball, enthusiastic play by our defense.
And that's very impressive, being up 33-0.
Absolutely.
Sams will check in for the Hounds. Hounds will go to the 3-3-5 stack defense to combat the shotgun. Hounds showing blitz. Sexton has 4 wide. Brings a man in motion. Will hand off on the jet sweep. He's drugged down and dropped for a big-time loss. Braden Severe, none too fooled on the jet sweep, and these Redhounds are living in the backfield of the Tigers.
Well, Severe had that. He had that one smelled out that time before the ball carrier even had the football. He was well through the line of scrimmage and on the way to tracking him down. So that didn't fool anybody. We're at third down and about 16 now. Corbin leading 33-0 with 9:56 left here in the third quarter.
Wow. Tigers have not probed down the field too much. Sexton in the shotgun, takes the low snap, looks to throw over the left sideline. It ricochets off of an intended recipient, incomplete. Sims will give him a bit of a shot for his troubles, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And once again, Corbin has played extremely well on this first series, and they've turned Clay County over. And we should get good field position.
By my recollection, this is the fifth forced punt for the Redhounds.
I believe that's right.
Would have been a 3-and-out but for the personal foul. They did nothing positively to gain the first down. Self-inflicted, so to speak. A.J. Moore will be back deep to receive. Snap is up. It's deflected. Blocked, but will take a Clay County roll all the way down to the Corbin 48-yard line. Not a very big kick. Gain of about, that's going to net about
16 yards.
16, 17 yards. I think that's the second time we've seen a Redhound squirt in there and get their hand on the punt, or at least alter that punt. And once again, Corbin seems like a broken record with excellent field position.
We're going to be working on the short field again, and I think that's what Coach Haddix likes to see.
Sizemore takes over first and 10 at the 48-yard line. He'll be in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap, hand off to Jewell, who crosses midfield, crosses the 40, crosses the 30. Another juke move, bowls over the safety, and he's dragging guys with him inside the 10 all the way down to the 5-yard line, and he earned every inch of that carry.
I tell you what, he carried about 3 of those guys the last 15 yards. His legs were just going 100 miles an hour, and they could not bring him down.
Wow.
They all had him high, and he's a tough kid. You're just not going to knock him off of his feet. So he went all the way down to, what's he on there, about the 5 or 6 yard line?
Seems to be about the 5 or 6 yard line. Tucker Jewell mowing through the Clay County Tiger defense. Sizemore in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. Takes the snap, hand off to Jewell over the left side. Following blockers, dragging linebackers with him in for the touchdown. Tucker Jewell, and another tough run from the senior.
He's just a hard-nosed little ball carrier, man. He can just flat get at it. That's all there is to it.
Redhounds, nothing but running on that drive. Another flag on the play as we wait for that indication.
We have a flag on the play.
I think Coach Haddix is going to look at this film and not be happy about some of the penalties we've had tonight.
No.
We have personal foul on Clay County. Touchdown will stand.
Personal foul on Clay County will be assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, and he started the other way with it to start with, and then turned around and went towards the goalpost with it. I'll still stand by what I said. I think
I agree.
He's going to look at some of the penalties we've had tonight and not be too happy with them.
All good coaches are always looking to improve. Low on to add the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good. Puts the toe to it and through the upright. John Lowe hits another extra point to drive the Corbin lead out to 40. So with 8:21 left in the third quarter, we now have a running clock. With Corbin on top 40-0. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. 7:43 here, Clay County High School. We've now hit running clock period, but there is a media timeout as the officials retook the field to resume play.
You know, Ronnie, with all the other things going on here tonight, the presence of live television, it's pretty exciting for these kids. You know, most of them will not have an opportunity to play before a live TV audience, and so anytime YMC's in the house, do a great job, and they do a fantastic job bringing the ball game, and it's exciting for these kids to have this kind of exposure, and you know, see themselves on TV and hear their name called, and even the grunts down the line of scrimmage get to see themselves too. So it's pretty exciting.
We have a lot of Redhounds and a lot of Tigers going home to check the old DVR after this one. Get to see yourself play.
Absolutely, absolutely. I also want to mention, you know, T107. You know, they've been bringing Redhound football and Redhound sports into the homes of folks there in Corbin for years and years and years. The Eubanks family, very gracious in their use of the station to make sure that the hometown folks are kept apprised of what's going on out here in Redhound Nation. It's just really nice to have a quality station like that brings high school sports into their community, and obviously they're powerful enough to get out into the areas outside of Corbin, and so we want to give them a shout out too, and the fine folks back at the station that man the board and do all the production work for us, and we appreciate them as well.
John Lowe on finally to kick the ball away. Will kick the ball end over end, drives the Clay County recipient back to the goal line. He's over the right sideline. Corbin Redhound falls down. He's going to break the 20. He's going to break the 30. He's struck down all the way up to the 35-yard line, what may be the best starting position for the Tigers all game long.
Yeah, I think probably you're going to see some fresh faces in there now for Corbin, and that's going to lead to some of this as Coach Haddock starts to play some of these younger kids, and he certainly does not want to get some of his skilled people injured in a game that's pretty much out of reach.
No, not at all. And complete substitution for the Redhounds. Get some new numbers here as we see them. Sexton retakes over, 1st and 10. Full house backfield behind him. He'll hand off on the power play to the right. He's got a little running room, not too much. Gain of about 5. Byron Hart on the tackle for Corbin. Another penalty on the ground.
And as late as that came in, that almost has to be
Another penalty.
a dead ball foul, an unsportsmanlike or something along those lines.
Game getting quite sloppy on the dead ball end.
We've got to put a stop to that. We don't want this to get out of hand at all. We don't want tempers to flare, and I don't know. I didn't see what the officials saw, but more than one of them that threw the flag, so it's a pretty good indicator that it's pretty obvious.
Preliminary indication block in the back. Preliminary indication unsportsmanlike. 2 penalties.
And that is going to really, really, really move them back in the hole.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on this play, that will be a 16-yard penalty.
Wow. There's a lot of dead ball fouls. Probably the most I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah.
That, you know, the way the Redhound defense is played, that's pretty much a drive killer for Clay County. They have a 40-point lead here, 40-0. The Redhounds are on top here in the Appalachian Bowl. We have a running clock here at Clay County High School.
You might make it home by midnight after all.
Redhounds making short work of the Tigers. New defense on the field for the Hounds. Base defense, Sexton. Tucks up under center, full house backfield behind him. Handoff on the belly play. He'll make it through, dragging a couple Hounds with him. Gain of about 5. Nice little belly handoff there. Doesn't go for a tremendous amount, and Corbin can stand to give that little amount of room when it's third and 25 there.
Still a long way for first down. Talked to Jay Carter here in the booth a moment ago about Drew, and he's going to be ready to go against Danville. So
great.
We'll have him back next week, which will help us in the backfield.
Definitely will need all the speed Corbin can get against what looks to be a very tough Danville Admiral squad. 3rd and a mile. Sexton under center. Handoff to his fullback. Rumbles forward. Another gain of about 5, wrapped up and dropped by Dustin Sam. Markham running high, running hard, but not running far enough. Too far to go.
And one of the things, there's several substitutes in there on defense, and once again, they've turned Clay County over on downs. And we should get the ball back with the short field again.
Redhound defense remains tenacious. Forces another punt from Clay County. Low line drive kick will hit and take a bounce, fielded about the 40-yard line. He's out at the 50, out at the 40, gets a good block at the 40, tripped up and driven out of bounds. Thought that was Cameron Barton receiving, taking that one down into Tiger territory. We may have a shot block on the play, Alan.
Flag down?
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Well, once again, he caught that ball. The ball hit the ground and bounced a couple of times, and he got a run at it and picked it up there on the run, and we're waiting on the signal from the officials here. That's exactly what the call is, Ronnie. Shot block on the Redhound.
The excellent block.
That'll be a spot foul.
Aforementioned would have been an excellent block maybe on Sundays in high school. That's actually, I was told, a point of emphasis for Kentucky high school officiation this year is to keep guys safe from the open field shot block.
Yeah, and they're thinking about, the National Federation is thinking about knees there. They don't want these kids with ACL and MCL injuries and knee injuries, and so they're just trying to make it safe for them. And years ago, that was perfectly legal, but you can't do it now.
Sizemore will remain in the game. 1st and 10 on the 45. He's in the shotgun. Handoff. Goes to the left sideline. He'll be dropped for a loss of about 2.
He was hit fairly quick as soon as he got the ball. 672 there for Clay. Just pulled him right down without any problem whatsoever.
Looks like it was Dylan Brock on the carry for the Redhounds. He could not get that going. Sizemore in the shotgun. Takes the snap, bobbles it, and pitches it up into the air. Recovers, reverses field out to the left. He'll be drugged down for another loss of about 2. And he never really handled that snap cleanly, Al. Never had a chance to develop.
No, it was a little bit on the high side. You know, we had that 2 or 3 times last week, and we finally overcame it. This is the first time tonight that there's been any problem with the exchange, at all. But he did a good job keeping his hands on the ball and keeping possession.
12 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like the Hounds are content to allow this quarter to expire. We'll take a break on the field, so we're going to take one too. So heading into the 4th, it's all Redhounds here at the Appalachian Bowl as Corbin's on top 40-0 over the host Tigers of Clay County. I'm Ron Bowling alongside Alan Ox. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. back to the Appalachia Bowl. Start of the fourth quarter. It's all Redhounds. They're on top 40-0. Cameron Sizemore on the field for the Redhounds operating out of the shotgun. Third with 13 to go. Sizemore will have 4 wide receivers. Trips to his right, lone wide receiver to his left. Brings that receiver in motion, hands off. It'll be a jet sweep coming over to the right. Receives a host of good blocks as he cuts back to the middle of the field, crosses up to the 45-yard line. Original line of scrimmage. Gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. Not enough for the first down, and now we'll see what Coach Haddock wishes to do.
Well, Clay County played that extremely well that time. They had good pursuit and stayed lateral with the line of scrimmage, and just wasn't much there for Corbin.
Number 87, Nick Smith, on the carry for the Redhounds. He couldn't find a lot of run increases there. Definitely showed up a lot of speed, did the sophomore. Coach Haddock's going to elect to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 10 on the Corbin 45-yard line. Sizemore in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers. Running back to his left, Brady Keith. Sizemore takes the snap, sets the throw, fires up to the left sideline, got an open receiver and got the first down. Nice floating catch, pitch up there to Jordan Fox. The sophomore hauls in, and enough for the Redhound first down.
Sizemore just placed that ball beautifully over his outside shoulder, and he made a great catch. And once again, I'll point out the fact that when a quarterback throwing the ball like that, and he's throwing it to where the only man that can catch it is his receiver, that's a sign of maturity.
Certainly, new offensive line in for Corbin. New set of skill players for Corbin. Sizemore remains in the game, continues to move the chains for the Hounds. Been perfect on 4th down this year, has Sizemore from 4th and long. He's in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, trips to his right. Hand off to Keith, coming over to the right sideline. He's got across the 35. Spinning and drudging ahead across the 30. A couple more yards, dragging Tigers with him up to about the Clay County 27-yard line.
Has Corbin punted tonight, Ronnie? I don't think they have they?
Not to my recollection. Only a turnover, and it was in the red zone.
Pretty certain we've converted on all of our 4th down opportunities tonight.
Chains will move again. Sizemore will check out of the game for the Redhounds. Number 12, Chase Estep will check in at quarterback.
That's a smart move on Coach Haddock's part. I'm glad he did that. Get our starter out of that game and give Chase an opportunity here to show his stuff too.
Estep in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff to Keith and keeps it himself on the right sideline. Crosses the 20, crosses the 10. Brought down inside the 10-yard line all the way up to the Clay County 7-yard line. Gain of 20 on the play, and Estep shows you why he's a dangerous threat back there in the shotgun.
Yeah, he is. He's just a good athlete. He can do just about anything, and he's our backup quarterback. And I think it's really nice that you have a kid like that that can step in and play if you have to have him. Hopefully, you won't have to, but if you need a quarterback for whatever reason, it's nice to know you've got one there that's athletic that can play and run the offense. I think what Coach Haddock's doing here is just giving him a little bit of experience in game condition.
8:33 left in the game. Corbin on top, 40-0, and knocking on the goal line. Estep in the shotgun, brings a man in motion, hands off on the jet sweep over to the left. He crosses over to the 5-yard line, spins and drops. Gain of about 2 on the play.
Nice run that time, and from our vantage point, it was fun to watch the running back that time because he was just searching for his lane, and then when he found it, he cut up. And he tried a couple of lanes before he got to the lane he cut up on. They were both full, and he just kept searching, kept running parallel, and then when he got outside the tackle, then he caught his lane and cut up.
Caleb Van Orstrom on the carry for the Redhounds. The jet sweep, always an exciting play.
Yes, it is.
7:42 left in the game. 2nd and goal for Corbin. Ball resting on about the 7-yard line. 5-yard line. Estep in the shotgun. Trips to his left, wide out to his right. He'll set to throw. Fires over to the right end zone. Got a man. Overshot just a hair. Incomplete out of the back of the end zone.
That was just a little bit high over the outstretched arm of the receiver. And Corbin will have third down now.
Number 82, Logan Simpson, the intended receiver on the play. Eastet put a little bit too much mustard on the football, just a little uncatchable. 7 minutes left in the game. Corbin on top, 40-0. Third and goal. Ball on the Clay County 5-yard line. Eastet gets his troops lined up. He'll be in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, flanked by running backs. He'll take the snap and he'll set the throw. Throwing the out route, intended receiver number 87, Nick Smith. Ball hit his fingertips. A little bit of contact down in the end zone. That one may be a flag that comes out in the first quarter, maybe not in the fourth.
Well, I think you have to kind of consider game conditions, and the officials are not going to call this as tight in a game like this other than a sportsmanship issue.
Sure.
And so that probably, I agree with you, that would have brought a flag probably in a tight game or early in this game.
Nick Smith wants the flag now. He was the intended receiver on the play.
Hey, where's my flag?
Fourth and goal, ball on the 5. Eastep in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He'll set the throw. He'll roll to his right. He'll fire to his right. Ball is hauled in. They'll call it a touchdown. Number 22, Christian Hall, on the reception, and he did a good job selling that to the referee. Alan, that's one of those calls you never know how it's going to go.
Well, the back judge has come up and overruled now and said it was not a catch. It'll be interesting here. We've got a monitor from YMT here. If they have it on replay, it'll be interesting for us to be able to see it. Coach Haddix does not agree with that. He's going out to talk to the officials.
Christian Hall, the Oscar goes to moment right there. He did a great job turning around, selling the football to the official. That's what you're supposed to do at a wide receiver job, sell the catch. We're going to have a media timeout here on the field. We'll take a brief one as well. 5:25 left here on the scoreboard and in the game. All Redhounds. Corbin up 40-0 over the host Clay County Tigers. I'm Ron Bowling alongside Alan Hawks. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107. Minutes left here in the Appalachian Bowl at Clay County High School. It's all Redhounds on the road. They're on top of the host Clay County Tigers 40-0 here in the fourth quarter. Ball just turned over on downs. And Alan, this Corbin group has really just poured it on. It's played consistent, and this has been a good performance from Coach Haddix and Hounds.
It sure has, Ronnie. And I was just getting ready to bring up the point we were concerned about how Corbin was going to play on the road. I think this has answered a lot of questions for us tonight. They've showed poise, and they've played extremely well, played extremely hard. They haven't let the hostile crowd or all the excitement going on around them or anything distract them, and they've done extremely well, and that's a good thing because we've got some tough games coming up. We play Danville, and then we come back home against Southwest. We play Southwest on the road.
Yes.
And then we play Mayfield over at Alice Lloyd College. So our next 3 games, which is unusual, are all 3 on the road. We don't come back home again until we play Jackson County, which is the 4th game from the end of the season. And so the Hounds, I think, have shown a lot of maturity tonight on the road.
Certainly have, and I think they're definitely going to need that. Sexton would open up the game for a full handoff to his fullback, gain of 6 there, 2nd and 4, out to the Clay County 11-yard line. And Alan, they're going to need toughness to go on the road. These are good teams, but you're going to be playing in teams that have rich football tradition, great crowds, great shows. It's going to be a lot to overcome.
Yes, it is.
Clay County operating under center, full house backfield. Little power play over to the right side. He's probing for a hole. He will not find one. Drop. Gain of maybe a couple.
I think one of the important things for us to remember is even if you were to trip on one of these really big games, it's not, it's not a fatal occurrence for us because we're not into district play yet. And, you play 3 good teams on the road, and by that time, we're going to be 6 or 7 games into the season, and they haven't seen home in 3 or 4 weeks. And that's tough on any ball club. And
sure,
just occasionally, this schedule, flops around to where that's the way it hits, and we just have 4 home games, and that's what happened this year.
Outside Corbin actually only playing at home 4 times in the regular season, but will be rewarded with home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So,
that's a nice trade-off.
If any coach, any player, any day of the week will take that trade. I mean, to have that home field advantage in the playoffs is tremendous.
It sure is.
Corbin certainly looking to be an early favorite in its side of the bracket, of course, matched up, unfortunately, with the Belfry Pirates. You can't help but think this season is a collision course for the Hounds and the Pirates.
Well, I was listening to the YMT folks here talking earlier about how Belfry thumped Tate's Creek, I think, is who they played. And they said it was kind of a tribute to Belfry about how tough they are. The fact that they handled the Commodores with such ease. And so everybody knows they've got a good ball club.
They're returning, of course. I think the number was 20 starters from the state championship team from a year ago, one of the most electric running backs in the state of Kentucky. Again, Corbin's got a long time to prepare, but if you look ahead and you see the big picture, which I'm often guilty of, you can't help but think that's who you're looking at the end of the day. You're looking. We continue to talk about Redhound playoff implications. The clock continues to tick. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the play clock in the game here. Clay County moving the ball steadily down the field. 2nd and about 8. They'll have full house backfield. They'll turn and hand the football off. He's looking for a hole. He will not be rewarded with one. He's met with a host of Redhounds. First player on the stop, number 56, Nathan Smith. He's been active, making the most of his minutes out here.
And I think, Clay County played extremely hard tonight, and, I think these guys are on, they're on their way back up to having a really good football club. I would look, for them to be a lot better as the year goes along, and next year certainly they're going to be a lot tougher than they were this year. So they've got a good program going over here. They've got great facilities and great fan support, and I'm certain they'll do fine.
Full house backfield, handoff to the fullback. He's met in the middle of the Redhound defense. He will not gain any yards. Should bring up 4th down and about 3. 1 minute left to play in the football game. Corbin on top 40-0 over the host Clay County Tigers.
Well, you have a running clock. These games,
They tend to go quick.
they go quick, don't they?
That's the intended result. And there was good rationale for it. You saw it right here. This game was getting a little chippy and had no reason to be. It wasn't contested. Guys needed to just, walk to the sideline and have the plays over with. Little confusion for the Tigers. They're running people on. There's a punt. The ball goes sailing over the punter's head. It's going to be blown dead. Preliminary indication offsides on Corbin. That will keep the clock running.
I'll tell you one thing. We have seen more penalties tonight in this game than we have seen all year long.
Combined. Yep, I agree. And avoidable penalties. So
very avoidable. I think that's one of the things that Coach Haddock, I guarantee you, he's gonna be on his kids about. He's gonna say, look, we cannot afford this in a big game.
Certainly can't. Enough penalties tonight would be enough to beat you. They're going to allow the clock to expire here. And this one's over. Corbin comes away with winners here in the Appalachian Bowl. They prevail over the host Clay County Tigers 40-0. The teams are going to shake up hands here at midfield and be addressed by their coaches. We're going to take a quick commercial break and tell you how it happened, get you ready for next week. Again, Corbin prevails 40-0 over the Clay County Tigers. You're listening to Redhound Football on T107.